I love the theater, but I realize that the theater brings with it certain limitations and glories. And one of the things that falls under the category of both limitation and glory is the fact that theater it demands an audience. In director Peter Brook's very famous book on the theater, The Empty Space, he writes, and I'm going to paraphrase right here, I can take an empty space, have a person walk across it, another person watching, and that's all I need for the act of theater to be engaged. So, in essence, you need three things. You need somebody doing something, somebody watching, and a place for that all to happen. You need actor, audience, venue. So the audience is very important in order for the act of theater to even take place at all. Now, theater is a public art form, and what I mean by this is in order for a theater artist to practice the art form, to pursue it in the original sense of the word, they have to do it in front of an audience. They have to get out of rehearsal studios, they have to get out of running lines in their house, and they have to get on stage in front of audiences. And they have to do this in order to get better. It's like anything else. The more you practice it, the better you get. But in this instance, you have to practice it in front of people watching you. I say all this because the audience walks into the situation and usually is not warned ahead of time if what they're about to see is done by people who have been doing theater for a long time and know a lot about it, or people that are just starting out. There's never a sign in the lobby that says, hey, everybody you're going to see in today's production, this is their first play ever, or this is this director's second production they've ever directed. On the flip side, there's never a sign in the lobby that says, hey, everybody in this production's been doing theater for 20 plus years. This is this director's 52nd production. This designer has worked on countless productions. And there's never a sign warning the audience that that's what they're going to see. In some places, like where I live, and I'll speak personally for my own theater company, I often mix experience levels. So I'll have actors that are very, very experienced working along actors who are emerging. And admittedly, this leads to the possibility of very mixed quality on stage. This mixed quality is hard to get around because you'll have actors learning how to do the art alongside people that have learned how to do the art and are just fine-tuning it later in their careers. This is why if you go to places like London's West End or Broadway in New York, you're likely to see really high-quality work because the ticket prices are really high. And with that high ticket price is the implicit understanding that you are going to get high-quality theater. If you don't see really top-notch acting in a really well-written play that's produced really well to high quality, you're going to feel let down. So statistically, you are likely to see more bad theater than you are good theater, because theater is a public art form. If you're an audience member, you're going to see more bad theater. I say bad theater. What I really mean is spotty-in-quality theater. Let's not use the word bad. You're going to see a lot of spotty-in-quality theater. But when you see that one good production out of all the other productions, one that blows your hair back, that really fantastic production, really high quality acting, well written, well produced, designed to top-notch quality, it will leave an impression. You will walk out of the theater and it will haunt you. You will reflect back on it. You will talk about it and you will think about how it's going to affect you, how it will relate to your own life. And that's what theater is supposed to do in its best possible of all worlds scenario. So, if you're a theater artist, my recommendation is to do a lot of theater. You can't practice the theater properly unless you're in front of an audience. So get in front of as many audiences as you possibly can. As I've continued my journey in the theater arts, I look back and I realize I got in front of a lot of audiences. I did a sketch comedy, improv, murder mysteries, children's theater. I did a whole bunch of different kinds of theater to get in front of all kinds of different kinds of audiences. If you're an audience member, my advice is please go to the theater, because we can't do it without you. You're integral to the process. And you might just stumble across that really, really good play. It might just come out of nowhere and hit you in the side of the head and improve your life. Actors, audience, place. The audience is key. Theater is a public art form. Thanks for listening.